I don't know what that was. I don't really do a lot of shopping outside of groceries and like Tractor Supply. For the most part, give us this day our daily bread. Try to save my money, save my resources, or build resources. But I have a wedding coming up, and I have to buy certain things. Like I went into Sephora to get some makeup that I had to replace, and it's funny because like I go in there like I clearly just want to get what I need and I want to just get in and out, and it's packed with people, and that their associates are so like eager to help or eager to assist, but I'm clearly just like beelining it for what I want. And you're just kind of like, please don't ask me about anything. I obviously know what I want get in, get out. And then I get in line and I'm standing there, like the line is getting so long that it almost might appear as if I wasn't in line. Plus, I'm looking at all the little tchotchkes by the register. Like they put tchotchkes all throughout the line so that you may be enticed to buy some more stuff or just to entertain you before you're cashing out. So I'm standing there and I'm like in line, but I'm looking at tchotchkes, and this very irritated old woman was like behind me, and finally she was like, "Are you in line?" And I was just like, "Yeah." Like, yep. And she had this really off-putting energy. It was so funny because I was just next to her for so long, and I just felt like the spirits were like battling, and she was just like, I don't know, just mad for no reason. Like probably mad because it's so busy, and she's older, and she's probably mad as hell about a lot of things, right? And I'm just like standing there, and after a while I'm like, you know what? I love this woman. I love because God says if you're lukewarm, I spit you out. So sometimes the most mean mugging little old ladies, after a while, you're like, you know what? We're one and the same. By the end of the line waiting, I'm like, you know what? I actually really like that old lady, that mean old lady. She was funny. And she's not lukewarm, right? She's not lukewarm. She was very negative. And I was like, I like that lady. She's not lukewarm. Um, and then I had to get some shoes, so I had to go to a shoe store I don't ever go to, and it's crazy how disobedient children are to their parents. And this is in the Bible that in the end days, children will be very disobedient to their parents. And I found the shoes that, and it's like the same thing. It's like you walk in somewhere and like, I don't know, people are just like weird. You're just like, I'm just like trying to get in, find what I need, and get out. And they just like stare, or they're just like, I don't know, just in like basic confusion for like whatever reason. So I find the shoes that I want, and it's next to like this teenager and her mom. And they were like, she was like bitching to her mom about something. And it was funny because like the mom was like nice. She was probably more of a pushover, and that's why the teenager was being as disobedient as the teenager was. And the teenager finally kind of flipped out on the mom, and the mom was just like, hey. And I'm like, good for her. But she seemed like a bit of a pushover. And then go to cash out, and it's like more kids being disobedient to parents. And I had to go into Kohl's. I had to get some Spanx. And so go in and you hear like more disobedient kids. And this time it's like kids saying the F word, like out loud in a store, like cursing the F word out loud in the store. Not angrily, but just like casually speaking and saying the F word multiple times. And you're just like, oh my God, okay, whatever. And then go to cash out, and it's like the associate cashing out, they have like their jargon. They want you to get their credit card. They want you to get their VIP or whatever. And so, she's trying to pitch me on getting a credit card. And I always just say like, I say, no, I don't do credit cards. And, you feel this kind of like subtle rage because I'm like, I don't do credit cards. And there's like some subtle rage, but I'm just saying it because I want you to know you're not bad at selling. I just don't do credit cards. So that's why I say straight up, I don't do credit cards. I don't know why that is so subtly enraging people, that I don't do credit cards, or I don't participate in this debt-based world. And then she goes on to try to sign me up for their like VIP loyalty rewards. And like I'm at Kohl's, like I don't go shopping. And so I'm like, no, and most people would say yeah. And I was just like, no, I'm like, I don't really shop. Like I don't really go shopping. And it was like, again, it was like this like subtle rage that I don't shop. It's just so funny. But I'm just saying it because I'm like, no, it's because, not because I want her to know she's not a bad salesperson. I'm just like, no, I don't do credit cards and I don't shop. But it was like this funny, like subtle NPC rage that I can feel about that. And then at the end of the transaction, she's like, we thank you for shopping. Like, but the way she said it was like, the system, the Matrix, thanks you for shopping. It's like angry that I don't shop and I don't do credit cards. So crazy. Shopping that was weird, right? Because I usually just go to the grocery store. That's it, pretty much. Oh my goodness. And I don't get mad about the cost of things, but the cost of things are pretty high, but I don't really worry about that because it's not like I go shopping all the time. It's not like I, am buying anything that I don't, couldn't really use right now because I have a wedding, but it's so funny. It's so weird. Riley rage. People think we're stuck up and full of ourselves. No, we're just different. Well, that's like the general vibe that you feel is like you just don't want to, like, it's weird also for me because I understand what's coming for the world, the tribulation that is coming for these people, right? The horrors that these people are about to face. And so that's also why it's very hard for me to like walk around and just smile and nod and make eye contact because I know what's coming for these people. I know the horrors that they're about to endure. So I don't like to make too much eye contact. And also I don't really want to like, sugarcoat the world for everybody. I don't want to sugarcoat the existence of this matrix for everybody. And I feel like that's part of the NPC subtle rage. I feel like that's part of the subtle rage is like there's a subtle spiritual rage that I'm just like in and out and I'm checked out and I'm not trying to like guess the world and be okay with the world. I'm just like in and out, dude. And it's like this NPC underlying rage tone vibe that you feel that people are mad that you're not just so happy to be in the world. And not like I'm miserable about being in the world. I'm not depressed. I'm not in despair. I'm neutral. But I'm not walking around like I love the world. I love the world. It's like you carry a different frequency. And when I feel like when you carry that frequency, if you're not walking around just yesing the world into existence, people get to feel some type of way and they don't know what it is, obviously. It's a very subtle energy. It's like this weird hive mind. This is why we can't socialize with the general public. We can't socialize outside of close friends and family because you can't socialize with the general public because there's this very nasty hive mind mentality that is like conform or die, right? They're like conform or die. And it's not like I walk around saying conform or die, but I just know what's coming for these people. So I don't really want to, I don't know. I just kind of want to get in and out. Right? I don't want to like dilly-dally and make it a social thing, right? Oh, goodness. Haven't had me some Claritin. Huh? You need some Claritin, Vanessa? What are you saying, girl? All right. Well, that's that for now. Check you later. Have a great day.